Well, I'm sure most of you are aware by now. I'm a pretty big Exeter City fan. We've done a couple saves on this channel. One as my first ever save, which if you want to go back and watch it, please do. It's absolutely cringe-worthy because I absolutely love recording it. But obviously, we also did a second series of that. But this save isn't going to be an Exeter City save. No, 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 no. It's going to be completely different. See. I am going to be taking in charge of Exeter City's rivals, Plymouth Argyle. I know, absolutely bonkers. An Exeter City fan managing Plymouth Argyle. What could possibly go wrong? A lot from it. Hopefully try and get them relegated. No, I'm joking. We're going to take them all the way from League One to Champions League glory. There is a few rules. Obviously, winning the Champions League is one of them. We're also not allowed to sign players over the age of 25. So under 25, great. Over 25, that's not happening. So I welcome you to the Home Park Heroes. Hello, welcome to part one of the brand new save Home Park Heroes, where we hopefully take Plymouth Argyle all the way from League One to Champions League glory, and obviously winning the Premier League and other numerous trophies along the way, because that's the plan. This might be the final save of FM26, depending on how long it actually takes for us to get from League One to the Premier League, then obviously from there to European glory and FA Cup glory, etc., etc. That's the plan. Very much a long-term save. This is. Hopefully, it's not going to go as long as the Globe Explorer, because that went on for far too long, and I think probably FM27 will probably do rest the Globe Explorer, so we have chance to do other saves, because that took 6 months to complete or fail. So yeah, that's not going to happen this time. So Plymouth are set to appoint Jack Clapworthy, the 21-year-old English manager from Exeter, to be fair, is set to be named as Plymouth's new boss in a move that many expect to see the club injected with a renewed energy, with fans expected to see attacking and entertaining football. That is what I love to do, attacking and entertaining. So let's take a look at the club profile. Obviously, the board culture is do not sign players over the age of 25. I'm going to lower that to do not sign players over the age of 26. You can sign players at 25 years old, but not 26. So if that makes a lot of sense. Sign players under the age of 23, that is something I'm going to want to do. I might consider changing the kits to red and white, but no, I don't know. We'll keep it as the green kit. It looks pretty sickly, but it'd be fine. I'm not gonna wear one. I'm not gonna buy one. So I'm just that's the bottom line. I'm not buying a Plymouth shirt. I'm not going to watch any games. I'm just gonna manage them on Football Manager, because that's what I'm good at. So the owner status loves the club, does he? I thought they were in financial problems, but I don't think they are. Obviously, in recent news, their women's team were a little bit, yeah, it's not looking good for them. But finances are secure at the moment, but we will take a look at that. But obviously, we do play at Home Park. I'm fairly sure, obviously, with this save being called the Home Park Heroes, I'm hoping we're at Home Park until we win the Champions League, but I suspect that's not going to happen. And obviously, our notable rivals, obviously Exeter City, and obviously we will be playing them in obviously this first season, possibly the next season, depending on what happens. So welcome to Plymouth. We don't need to go through all that again. But how much are our ticket? 12,000 season ticket holders. Average ticket price 28 quid. I mean, that's similar to, it's not too similar to Exeter City, but club vision expectation, me too. So I think this is going to be all pretty much the same. What do they actually want us to do? So develop players using the club's system, if we have any decent one. Sign players to sell for profit. That's basically sign youngsters, blah 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 as well. Yeah, work with the wage budget. Yeah, we don't need to worry about the contract stuff, because we're not going to sign anyone over the age of 26. So this season they want us to finish in the top half, be competitive in the FA Cup. I don't think they need to say that. Work towards becoming self-sustainable. Then the next few years they want us to reach the Sky Bet League One playoffs. Then 27-20, I presume they want us to get promoted next season. Then 27-28, work towards reaching the Sky Bet Championship playoffs. Really? So within the next 6 years, they want us to be promoted to the Premier League. Is that what I'm getting at? I think it is. If so, Plymouth are a very ambitious club. That might be wrong, but we'll see. We'll see. FA Cup. I suppose we could go for the second round. Obviously, Sky Bet League One top half, so that will give us a transfer budget 525k, wage budget 175k a fate. That's actually a lot of money. How much are we spending at the moment? Oh no, we've got 15k spare wage budget. My mistake. We don't have a lot of spare wage budget left, do we? Obviously tactics. Don't really know what we're doing. I don't really know what sort of players we are. But who is our best player at the club? So we've got Michael Baidu, but he's out on loan. But he will be a very good player when we get to the championship. I presume he's contracted with us for next year. Is he? He is. He's contracted for the next 3 years. So that is very, very good. So hopefully we can bring him back. Hopefully sometime soon. Obviously we've got Laurent Tolai. Obviously a very good striker. What the hell? Was he a goalkeeper in his past time? And a left wing back, right wing back? What the hell? I've never seen that before. I have never seen that, but Lawrence tonight is definitely a not a goalkeeper, a striker. So we're definitely doing a striker system. We're not doing strikerless. And we've got numerous decent midfielders. Joe Rules is a very good defensive midfielder, so I'm definitely leaning towards the 4-3-3 here. Then obviously we do have Herbie Kane on loan from Huddersfield. Don't worry about him because he's injured for 6 to 7 months. So that's all good. We don't need to. Is there a way I can see this? Yes, he is. Is he actually injured? I presume he is. That's worst players. Yeah, Herbie Kane is injured 6 to 7 months. So we've got Xavier Shabecki, he is a right winger, so I think we'd definitely do a 4-3-3 because he's decent centre attack mid, but primarily his best role is out on the right. Then we've got Wes Harding, looks like a very good right back on loan from Millwall. Then we've got Brendan Wiredu, who's another central defensive midfielder or a central midfielder, so not a bad little player. We've also got, did I mention Wes Harding? I think I did. Obviously, we've got Brendan Galloway, but he's injured for 4 to 6 months. Got a lot of key injuries, especially to Joe Edwards. Obviously, I think the captain, he's not the captain at the moment because he's out for 2 months, but we do have a couple of decent left backs in the name of Jack McKenzie, Scottish left back. So I think he'll be. I think on the whole, it's a fairly decent and well balanced squad. We've got Ronan Curtis, who is a left winger. We also where is he? We have also got Caleb Watts. This guy, I'm sure many of you will know him from Exeter. I surely do because he played for us for 2 seasons and ditched us. I mean, absolutely ridiculous. He's on 4k a week. I don't blame him because I don't think he was going to be paid that much at Exeter. So we've also got like a good, decent goalkeepers in the name of Connor Hazard. I mean, it's a decent squad. I think there is a couple of players that will probably look to move on. Maybe the likes of Caleb Roberts. I think that, I mean, obviously these guys are just youngsters, but they will get better. We've got a decent English youngster, 5 stars of potentially championship standard. How long is he out for? 4 to 5 months. We won't worry about the injured players until they get back fit. I do want to take a look. Do we have any decent under 18s potentially? Tegan Finn, 5 stars worth of potential. Could improve a lot. Currently performing at an Enterprise National standard. Do we have a under 21 squad? By the looks of it, we don't, which is quite interesting. But I guess you don't really need that. So hopefully within a couple of years, Tinkerpin will be in with the first team or with a Premier League team. So let's get our tactics all set up. So I think we'll probably do I think we will probably end up doing a wing play. possibly we might switch to a gegenpress. So I think we'll definitely do a 4-3-3 because I think that's probably what we're best equipped with. And I think we'll just load up my other box standard formations. I think we'll probably get a gegenpress. Just train it. We probably won't actually do a gegenpress. I think we'll probably just do it as a 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3 in possession, out possession. Then I think the other tackle tick will just be I think just a box standard 4-4-2, something like that. I think that should be fine for now. But obviously these can be changed. But I think our primary formation will be a 4-3-3. Let's see what it says as the best 11. Obviously include this might include injured players. Can we pick the best 11? I don't think we can, which is quite frustrating. We'll pick who rolls in possession and pick who rolls out of possession just to see what we're working with. Obviously, we can change these as we get closer to the start of the season, but at the moment, it doesn't look like a bad lineup. That's actually not too bad. What's Boateng's best role? It is a midfield playmaker. That could potentially, I think, midfield playmaker and central midfielder works quite well. Then obviously a box standard defensive midfielder. I quite like the look of this team. There's a few defensive positions that could potentially be changing. He could probably be a fullback, or I think we may be an inside fullback. Yeah. Then obviously Mackenzie. I think what's ACB? An advanced centre back? I don't think so. Not in League One. I think he could just be a ball playing centre back. I think he'll be fine as that. So this team, as much as I hate to admit it, it's actually not too bad. It really isn't. It could be a lot worse. Could Caleb Watts possibly fit into the midfield? Potentially. I think he could probably go, yeah, he's probably better than Boateng, to be fair. Then Boateng could just be a backup defensive midfielder because I think that's probably its best role. But all in all, it is a decent squad. Whether or not we'll do any transfers, that remains to be seen. But we should probably do these introductions. I will obviously speak to the players, see what they think of me. But yeah, Joe Edwards is obviously our captain at the moment, but I don't know who is going to be our vice captain at the moment. It most definitely isn't going to be Caleb Watts, so it probably could potentially be Laurent Tolai. I don't know who else has been here for a long time, but I reckon it'd probably be him. It could probably be a centre back. Obviously, we've got Alex Mitchell, who does look very, very good. He's only 23. I thought he's a lot older than that, but looks like a decent player. Obviously, we're gonna set the code of conduct to know. Obviously, if you get sent off in a Devon derby, we're not gonna follow the code of conduct, but we'll just ask who's Damon the Thorpe? Who is he? He's my assistant manager, who's at Watford for long periods of time as assistant manager, and I presume that's the girls. That's the female, yeah. That's what I was thinking of. I don't remember him being manager of Watford, but I think all in all, it's a very positive squad. I think we're definitely. What's the preview suggested? Because I reckon we could easily finish in the playoffs. So, who reckons we could predict to finish ninth? Obviously, budgets. There could be a little bit of movement between now and the next episode, which I highly doubt. There might be a few loan players here and there, but I'm not expecting anyone to leave unless I feel like they have to go, or we might loan out a few players and bring in some players, but that remains to be just wait and see in terms of transfers. But I will see you all in the next episode where we will get stuck into the same, and we'll be playing our first ever matches in charge of Plymouth Argyle against Barnsley and Bolton. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.